Daily Horoscope for Aries. May 3rd, 2025, as the vibrant energy of spring continues to unfold, Aries, today brings a fascinating cosmic configuration that highlights your innovative spirit and drive for self-expression. With the sun firmly established in Taurus, in your second house of values and resources, you're experiencing a time of grounding and stabilization after your birthday season has passed. Today features a particularly noteworthy aspect. Mars, your ruling planet, forms a dynamic square with Jupiter. This powerful combination creates an abundance of energy that feels almost electric in your body. There's a sense of expansion and possibility, but also a warning not to overextend yourself or make promises you can't keep. Your enthusiasm is at a peak, harness it wisely. Venus in Gemini is activating your third house of communication and local connections, bringing a charming quality to your interactions. Your words carry extra persuasive power today, making this an excellent time for important conversations, presentations, or even asking for what you need in personal relationships. There's a sparkle to your communication style that others find irresistible. The moon in Sagittarius forms a harmonious trine with your sign, creating an emotional backdrop of optimism and adventure. You may feel a strong urge to break free from routine or explore new philosophical territories. This lunar position supports learning, travel planning, or engaging with different cultures and perspectives. Mercury in the later degrees of Taurus is slowing down your typical rapid-fire thinking, encouraging you to be more methodical and thorough in your approach to practical matters. Financial decisions made today have staying power, but take your time with the details. In your career sector, Saturn continues its journey through Pisces, asking you to build structures that align with your deepest intuition rather than just conventional success metrics. There may be some tension between what society expects of you professionally and what your soul is calling you to create. Uranus, still in Taurus, continues to revolutionize your relationship with material resources and self-worth. An unexpected financial opportunity might present itself today. Stay alert and responsive to unusual offers or ideas that others might dismiss. For Aries in romantic relationships, today brings a passionate energy that can either manifest as exciting connection or heated disagreement. The choice is largely yours. Single Aries might encounter someone intellectually stimulating through a community event or educational setting. There's a mental chemistry that could quickly evolve into something more. Health-wise, watch your energy levels. The Mars-Jupiter square can create a feeling of being invincible, but your body has limits. Channel excess energy into physical activity rather than impulsive decisions or arguments. Your physical vitality is strong, but balance is essential. A key theme for you today involves balancing immediate desires with long-term stability. The astrological weather supports bold moves, but also asks that they be backed by substance and realistic planning. Your natural courage serves you well when tempered with patience. Your most compatible signs today are Leo, bringing playful creativity to your experiences, and Sagittarius, amplifying your sense of possibility and adventure. More challenging interactions might come with Cáncer or Capricorn, as their cautious energy may feel restrictive to your bold impulses. A particular area of focus involves financial resources and values. A decision you make today regarding your assets, investments, or even what you choose to purchase could have longer-term implications than you initially realize. Trust your instincts while also consulting reliable sources before making major commitments. Your personal power color for today is electric blue, reflecting the dynamic Mars-Jupiter energy while providing some cooling influence to prevent overheating. Your mantra for May 3rd is, I channel my abundant energy into pathways that create lasting value and joy. Toward evening, the cosmic energy softens as the moon forms a sextile with Saturn, helping you integrate the day's experiences and find meaning in both your accomplishments and challenges. Use this time for reflection or intimate connection with those who appreciate your authentic self. Remember, Aries, While this day brings powerful forward momentum, the true mastery lies in knowing when to advance boldly and when to consolidate your position. By balancing these energies, you'll make the most of this vibrant cosmic weather and set yourself up for sustainable success. On May 3rd, 2025, the planetary configuration creates a fascinating energy matrix for you, Aries. The Sun continues its transit through Taurus, illuminating your second house of personal resources and values. This position creates a solid foundation for examining material concerns, while simultaneously highlighting questions about what truly matters to you beyond physical possessions. What makes this particular day noteworthy is Neptune's position in your home sign. Neptune in Aries is a generational transit that began in 2025, marking the first time in approximately 165 years that this mystical planet has entered your sign. Today, Neptune at 2 degrees Aries activates your personal identity and self-expression in profound ways, dissolving old boundaries of self-concept and opening channels to higher inspiration. Mercury, positioned at 17 degrees Taurus, forms a productive sextile with Jupiter at 15 degrees Cáncer. This aspect particularly benefits your communication sector and brings expansive opportunities through conversations, especially those related to home, family, or emotional foundations. Ideas that seem ordinary at first glance may contain seeds of remarkable potential today. Venus, the planet of harmony and attraction, sits at 27 degrees Gemini in your third house of communication. This placement sweetens your words and makes your ideas particularly appealing to others. There's a magnetic quality to your expression today that draws people toward your perspective. Mars, your ruling planet, has recently entered Leo at 3 degrees, energizing your fifth house of creativity, pleasure, and self-expression. This powerful placement provides a surge of confident energy, perfect for creative projects or romantic pursuits. The fire trine between Mars in Leo and your Aries sun sign creates a harmonious flow of assertive energy that feels natural and empowering. The moon transits through intense Scorpio today, moving through your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. This creates an emotional undercurrent that draws you toward deeper connections and might trigger insights about joint finances or psychological patterns. Saturn at 8 degrees Pisces continues its journey through your 12th house of the unconscious, spiritual growth, and hidden matters. This position may bring up some limitation or structure to your inner world, perhaps manifesting as a need to organize your spiritual practices or address subconscious patterns. Uranus at 28 degrees Gemini forms a significant aspect with your natal Aries energy. This electric planet brings unexpected communications and ideas that could revolutionize your thinking patterns. Stay open to surprising information that arrives through conversations, messages, or media consumption today. Jupiter's position in Cáncer brings expansion to your 4th house of home and foundations. This beneficial planet forms a square with Neptune in your sign today, creating a dynamic tension between your dreams and your emotional security. The challenge lies in balancing inspirational visions with practical emotional needs. Pluto continues its transformative journey through Aquarius in your 11th house of community, friends, and future goals. At 5 degrees Aquarius, it forms a helpful sextile with Neptune in your sign, suggesting that profound personal transformations can be supported by forward-thinking groups or technological solutions. The asteroid Chiron at 19 degrees Aries sits conjunct your sun sign, highlighting healing opportunities connected to your identity and self-expression. This position suggests that embracing vulnerability around how you present yourself to the world can lead to significant personal growth. The North Node in Pisces suggests your spiritual growth path involves developing compassion, intuition, and transcendence of ego. This contrasts with the South Node in Virgo, representing comfortable patterns of analysis, criticism, and perfectionism that you're being asked to release. Looking at the specific degree-based aspects today, Mercury at 17 Taurus forms an exact inconjunct with the galactic center, suggesting that communications around financial matters may connect you to larger universal truths if you're willing to adjust your perspective. The part of fortune falls in your seventh house today, suggesting that partnership activities bring particular benefits and blessings. Collaborative efforts, especially those involving shared resources or investments, have strong potential for success. With Neptune now in your sign, you may experience moments of confusion about your path forward, but this placement also heightens your intuition and creative inspiration. Today's specific Neptune aspects create a doorway between practical matters and spiritual insights. Notice any dreams, flashes of insight, or synchronicities that occur. They contain important guidance. The asteroid Juno, representing partnership and commitment, forms a trine with your natal Mars position, suggesting harmonious energy for relationship commitments or contracts today. This supportive aspect helps smooth any relationship tensions that might arise from the intense Scorpio moon. For Aries on May 3rd, 2025, your communication sector receives a powerful boost as Mercury forms a favorable trine with your ruling planet Mars. This cosmic alignment sharpens your mental acuity and verbal precision, making this an excellent day to express ideas that have been percolating in your mind. Your words carry unusual conviction today, allowing you to articulate complex concepts with remarkable clarity and persuasiveness. The morning hours particularly favor direct communication, with the moon in Leo amplifying your natural confidence. This is an ideal time for presentations, important discussions, or sharing creative concepts. Your delivery style today combines passion with precision, a rare and compelling mixture that helps others understand not just your ideas, but the enthusiasm behind them. Digital communications receive an extra spark of effectiveness today. Social media posts, emails, and text messages you send carry your authentic voice more effectively than usual. If you've been hesitating to respond to important messages or make announcements online, today's energy supports these actions with reduced likelihood of misinterpretation. By midday, a Venus-Neptune sextile adds a layer of sensitivity and intuition to your expression. You'll find yourself picking up on subtle cues in conversations that might normally escape your notice. This heightened receptivity allows you to adjust your communication style to better resonate with your audience, whether speaking one-on-one or addressing a group. Be mindful, however, of a challenging square between Mercury and Saturn that develops in the late afternoon. This aspect may introduce moments of self-doubt or create obstacles to free expression. You might suddenly question whether you've said too much or worry about how your words will be received. This is temporary energy. Resist the urge to backpedal or apologize unnecessarily for expressing your authentic thoughts. For Aries in creative fields, today brings exceptional expressive potential. The Mercury-Mars trine electrifies your artistic communication, making this an excellent day for writing, design work, or any project requiring original thinking paired with effective execution. Ideas flow more readily from concept to concrete expression. In personal relationships, your communication takes on a more direct quality, even more so than usual for straightforward Aries. Partners and close friends will appreciate your honesty, though be careful not to let your enhanced verbal sharpness turn into impatience. The day's energy makes you less tolerant of beating around the bush, but remember that not everyone processes information at your accelerated pace today. If pursuing academic interests, studying, or researching, you'll find your comprehension and retention significantly enhanced. Complex subjects become more accessible as your mind makes connections with unusual speed and precision. Take advantage by tackling challenging material you've been putting off. For professional communication, focus on action-oriented proposals rather than theoretical discussions. Your ability to convey practical next steps is particularly strong today, and decision-makers will respond favorably to your clear directives and solutions. This is not the day for vague suggestions. Your communication strength lies in specificity and conviction. Pay attention to your throat chakra today. It's especially activated and may benefit from expression through singing, chanting, or even just hydration with warm drinks. Physical manifestations of communication energy often concentrate here for Aries, and nurturing this energy center can further enhance your already amplified expressive abilities. The evening brings a subtle shift as the moon moves toward a square with Uranus. Conversations may take unexpected turns, and you might find yourself expressing surprising viewpoints or having sudden insights. Remain open to these developments rather than trying to maintain rigid control over discussions. Some of your most brilliant ideas emerge through these apparently random connections. For Aries seeking to improve professional relationships, today offers a prime opportunity to clear up any lingering misunderstandings. Your explanations come across with unusual clarity, and others are more receptive to your perspective. This alignment particularly supports reconciliation with colleagues, where communication breakdowns have created tension. In summary, May 3rd provides Aries with enhanced expressive capabilities, particularly strong in the morning hours, with some potential communication hurdles to navigate later in the day. By balancing your natural directness with the day's heightened sensitivity, you can make significant progress in areas requiring effective communication, persuasion, or creative expression. On May 3rd, 2025, Aries natives find themselves at an interesting financial crossroads. The celestial configuration shows Mars, your ruling planet, forming a dynamic trine with Jupiter in a fire sign, creating exceptional conditions for financial growth and expansion. This planetary alignment ignites your natural entrepreneurial spirit, making this an excellent day to pursue new income streams or investment opportunities that have been on your mind. Your confidence is particularly magnetic today, drawing financial resources toward you almost effortlessly. The universe is rewarding bold action in monetary matters. With Venus positioned in your second house of personal finances, there's an added layer of protection and favor around your financial decisions. Resources that seemed out of reach may suddenly become accessible. Look specifically for opportunities that allow you to leverage your unique skills or expertise. These will yield the highest returns. The day carries strong potential for unexpected financial windfalls, particularly through channels related to technology, innovation, or creative pursuits. Pay attention to casual conversations, as someone in your network might mention an investment opportunity or business venture that perfectly aligns with your financial goals. The morning hours are especially potent for making money moves, as the moon forms a favorable aspect with Saturn, bringing stability and structure to your financial planning. This cosmic support enables you to make decisions that serve both your immediate needs and long-term security. However, there is a cautionary note from Mercury's position, suggesting you should thoroughly research any opportunity before committing resources. Documentation deserves extra attention today. Overlooking financial details could cause complications later. Your natural Aries impulse might be to rush forward, but the planets suggest that measured, strategic action will yield better financial results. For Aries entrepreneurs or those in leadership positions, today presents a prime opportunity to negotiate raises, secure funding, or pitch ideas to potential investors. Your persuasive abilities are heightened, making it easier to demonstrate the value you bring. For those employed by others, unexpected recognition for your contributions could translate into monetary benefits. Consider how you might position yourself for future financial growth within your organization. The sun's influence today expands your financial awareness, helping you recognize value where others might not see it. This could manifest as spotting an undervalued investment, recognizing a market trend before it becomes mainstream, or identifying a need you're uniquely positioned to fill. Your financial intuition is particularly strong. Trust those gut feelings about money matters. Partnerships formed today have strong potential for financial benefit, especially those that combine your initiative with someone else's expertise or resources. Look for complementary relationships rather than competitive ones. The day's energy also supports clearing financial obstacles that have been persistent problems. If you've been dealing with debt, disputed charges, or delayed payments, today's planetary alignment provides support for resolving these issues. Be direct in your communication, but avoid unnecessary aggression, as Mercury's influence rewards diplomatic financial discussions. For Aries considering major purchases or investments, property-related opportunities appear particularly favorable under this sky. The cosmos suggests that assets acquired today have strong potential for appreciation over time. However, the planetary message isn't to spend frivolously, but to make strategic investments that will grow in value. There's an interesting connection between your public reputation and earning potential today. Actions that increase your visibility in your industry or community could directly translate to financial opportunities in the coming weeks. Consider sharing knowledge, participating in industry events, or showcasing your expertise on social platforms. By evening, a lunar aspect with Pluto intensifies your financial awareness, potentially revealing hidden costs or benefits you hadn't previously considered. This is excellent energy for financial planning and reviewing your asset allocation. The planets support transformation in how you handle money. Perhaps it's time to adopt new financial management tools or strategies that better align with your evolving goals. Ultimately, this day carries tremendous financial potential for Aries natives, but success requires balancing your natural bold approach with strategic patience. The universe rewards intentional action over impulsive decisions today, particularly in financial matters. Pay attention to synchronicities. Seemingly random events may actually be guiding you toward prosperity. For Aries on May 3rd, 2025, your fortunate areas will be particularly illuminated as the cosmos aligns in your favor. With Jupiter forming a trine to your ruling planet Mars, there's an exceptional energy stream opening paths of opportunity in several key areas of your life. First and foremost, your financial sector receives celestial blessings as Venus transits through your second house of resources and personal values. Money matters that have been stagnant will suddenly find momentum, particularly through unexpected sources or past investments finally bearing fruit. The early afternoon hours between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. mark your most financially fortunate window, perfect timing for important money moves or purchases. Career advancement also stands as a significant fortunate area on this day. The Sun in Taurus illuminates your professional reputation, creating visibility with authority figures who might normally overlook your contributions. If you've been waiting for the right moment to showcase a project or request a promotion, the universe offers robust support, especially if you incorporate earthy elements into your presentation or attire. Think forest greens, browns, or tactile materials that ground your natural fiery energy. Communication becomes another blessed domain as Mercury forms a harmonious aspect to Uranus, enhancing your ability to express innovative ideas. Your words carry persuasive power today, making this an excellent period for pitches, important conversations, or creative writing. Your intuitive faculties will be remarkably sharp. Pay attention to sudden insights or gut feelings about opportunities, as they're likely to lead toward fortunate outcomes. Social connections, particularly with water and earth sign individuals, Cáncer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, will prove especially beneficial. A seemingly casual introduction could become a valuable ally or create a pathway to something you've been seeking. Look for synchronicities involving the number 8 and the color indigo. These serve as cosmic signposts, directing you toward fortunate encounters. Physical activities that combine both mental strategy and bodily movement will align perfectly with the day's energy pattern. Consider hiking, rock climbing, or competitive sports that challenge both mind and body. These serve as conduits for releasing any excess tension while simultaneously attracting positive outcomes. Your fourth house of home and foundations receives beneficial aspects from Neptune, suggesting that property matters, family relationships, or domestic improvements will flow with unusual ease. If you've been considering home renovations or relocating, auspicious signs point toward moving forward. The most profound fortune, however, centers around educational pursuits and mind expansion. With the North Node emphasizing your house of higher learning, any activities that broaden your worldview or develop new skills will be disproportionately rewarded. Consider starting a course of study or engaging with philosophical concepts that challenge your existing perspective. The universe particularly supports learning related to technology, spiritual practices, or creative expression. To maximize these fortunate areas, remain flexible and responsive rather than rigidly attached to predetermined outcomes. The cosmic blessings available to you work best when you maintain an attitude of open receptivity while still taking decisive action. The universe responds most generously to Aries today when you balance your natural leadership and initiative with genuine gratitude for the opportunities manifesting around you. For Aries on May 3, 2025, your social landscape is undergoing fascinating shifts as the sun continues its journey through Taurus in your second house. This placement brings a more grounded energy to your typically fiery approach to relationships. Today, Venus forms a harmonious trine with Mars, your ruling planet, creating an exceptional day for making meaningful connections that could eventually translate into tangible benefits. This cosmic configuration is particularly potent for networking with purpose rather than mere socializing. You're likely feeling more selective about who deserves your time and energy. The moon in Libra occupies your seventh house of partnerships, highlighting one-on-one interactions over group settings. This creates a perfect atmosphere for deepening existing bonds rather than expanding your social circle. Someone you've known casually might suddenly reveal depths you hadn't noticed before. Mercury in Gemini is activating your third house of communication, making your words particularly persuasive and charming today. You'll find it easier than usual to express exactly what you mean without your typical Aries impatience getting in the way. This is an excellent day for clearing up any misunderstandings that might have created distance between you and a friend or colleague. Jupiter and Saturn form an interesting aspect today that affects your social sphere in contradictory ways. Jupiter in Cáncer is expanding your desire for emotional connection with your inner circle, while Saturn in Pisces is reminding you to establish better boundaries. This cosmic tension asks you to balance intimacy with appropriate distance, a challenge that will help you develop more mature relationships. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term transit through your second house, potentially bringing unexpected encounters with people who challenge your values or financial perspective. These connections, while initially unsettling, could prove extremely valuable in broadening your worldview. Neptune's position suggests that some social connections may not be what they seem today. Trust your intuition if something feels off about a friend's motives. Pluto's transformative energy is intensifying connections that have depth while exposing the superficial nature of relationships that lack substance. For single Aries, today's planetary alignment suggests a potential encounter with someone who initially appears quite different from your usual type, but who possesses qualities that resonate with your evolving sense of self. This person might enter your life through a mutual friend or professional connection rather than in typical social settings. For those in relationships, today brings an opportunity to introduce your partner to different social circles, creating interesting dynamics that strengthen your bond. Your 11th house of friendships and community receives a boost from a harmonious aspect between the North Node and Chiron today, pointing toward healing old wounds through group connections. An organization, club, or community project could become a significant source of both support and growth. Virtual connections are especially favored today, with online interactions potentially leading to meaningful in-person relationships in the future. Social media presents opportunities for reconnection with individuals from your past who may now play significant roles in your future endeavors. The asteroid Pallas, Athena, forms a favorable aspect to your sun today, enhancing your strategic thinking in social situations. You'll naturally understand the subtle dynamics at play in group settings, allowing you to navigate complex interpersonal politics with unusual grace. Today's energy supports authentic vulnerability in your close friendships. Being honest about your challenges will draw the right people closer, while naturally creating distance from those who aren't aligned with your journey. Work-related social connections receive a boost from Mercury's position. Conversations with colleagues or industry contacts could lead to exciting collaborative opportunities that wouldn't emerge in formal settings. Pay attention to casual remarks about projects or interests, as they may contain the seeds of future partnerships. Family connections benefit from the moon's position, creating an atmosphere of diplomacy that helps smooth over any